Hi, everybody. Happy to be joined by the Steelers' first pick of the 2020 draft, wide receiver from Notre Dame, Chase Claypool. Chase, good morning. Tell everyone where you are and what draft night was like for you.
Yeah, hi, good morning, guys. So I am in British Columbia right now. I was able to come home for the draft and watch with the family. So just with that being said, it was pretty special for all of us to be together because we haven't been together for a long time, especially in these crazy times. It was nice to see some friendly faces and to kind of celebrate a moment. So it was definitely super special for us.
I know immediately after you were drafted, when you jumped on with the Pittsburgh media, you said you really had no clue Steelers were interested in you. Have you had time to digest it and to, maybe realize the kind of offense and the team that you are coming to now?
Definitely. I think, when you get drafted to a team like the Steelers, it doesn't seem real. And then slowly it starts to kind of click in. So it's definitely starting to click, and it's super cool. It's a super cool thought, an idea of me playing for the Steelers. So I think each day is going to get more and more real.
You said you've already spoken to Ben Roethlisberger. Juju Smith-Schuster has reached out. Have you pretty much talked to the entire Steelers team, and did you sleep at all afterwards?
Yeah, so I talked to all the coaches, of course, on the offensive side of the ball. And it was hard to sleep without thinking about the future. So it's pretty cool those guys reaching out and kind of just showing their love.
All right, everyone has talked about your physical skill set. You play physical, you're big, you're fast. How would you describe yourself as a wide receiver?
Yeah, I think just versatile. A receiver can move, inside, outside, and create mismatch, and then even win on the outside. So I just think versatility for sure.
When people think of Canada, you don't necessarily think of football. So can you kind of take us back and explain when you really started playing football and when maybe you knew that this could potentially be a job for you?
Yeah, so I first started playing football when I was 8 years old, and honestly, I never knew this could be something that I could take to the next level until my sophomore year in college. Up until that point, coming from high school to Notre Dame, that was an honor in itself, and taking it any further was obviously a dream, but something that maybe didn't seem realistic coming from my situation. But the more and more I started playing, the more and more that became a potential reality.
We had a chance to catch up with your coach at Notre Dame, Brian Kelly, and he said that you are a do any job kind of guy. You also are one of those guys that is friends with the walk-ons, friends with the starters, friends with everybody. Is that a good way to describe you and what you're like as a teammate?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think anyone should ever put themselves over anyone. I just look at the guys as teammates, no matter kind of their background. So I have a lot of friends on Wapu Nation. It's what we call it, the Walk-On Players Union, and I think that those relationships kind of allowed me to get to where I'm at now because every relationship is valuable that I made there. So.
What would you say in terms of the pre-draft process, being that it is so different? Not that you would know what it would normally be like. What has been the hardest part of just trying to deal with all of this, to still be training, and then now finally knowing that you're going to the Steelers?
Yeah, it's hard because but it kind of adds to the uncertainty of where am I going to go because you don't know what teams wanted to work you out or wanted to have you visit. So I feel like when you're watching the draft, you are just nervous for every pick because it could really be anyone. And that's kind of how I was just, especially on day two, it was just I knew I could go at any time. So it was just weird because obviously we didn't get the same pre-draft experience as everyone else.
And for you, how are you working out in training? What has that been like for you right now? And I believe you mentioned a former Bengal you've been working with.
Yeah. So up until I came back here, I was working with TJ Hushmanzada, which is my kind of receivers coach, and he's been doing a really good job. So I'm working with him in California. Whether I go there for a couple weeks and then up to the facilities or just go straight to the facilities, I'm not sure. That's kind of what I was doing for receiver work. And then for workouts, we have this TRX band that we do a little at-home workout, and we see a trainer do all the workouts, and he takes us through it on a Zoom call. So,
Very cool. All right,
yeah.
last question for you. Being that the Steelers did not have a first-round draft pick, so technically you're their first pick of the 2020 draft. Is there any pressure with that?
No, not at all. I think I know kind of what I bring to the table, and I think the organization kind of knows as well. So it's not as if I have to overperform or do anything, special or different of what I've already done.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much, Chase. Welcome to the Steelers.
Thanks so much.